Hi, I'm Dan Streeter, CEO of Rescue Ministries. Standing in the future home of the Good Samaritan Youth Shelter. A lot of good work is happening. We've been talking about it and we're getting really close. You're probably tired of all the COVID talk that's been happening and you've been isolated there at your home, but we want to give you some good news about what is happening. Obviously, the youth shelter is getting very close to open, but there's also lives that are being changed at the mission every day and even during the virus. So we want to share one of those stories with you. So I'm going to pass it on to Bill and let you hear the story of Nick.
One of the awesome things about life at Rescue Ministries of Mid-Michigan is that it never stops in the area of serving people in need. And so here I am at Good Samaritan Rescue Mission in Bay City in the chapel, keeping my social distancing with my friend Nick, who I met a couple of weeks ago here for an event, and you shared your really powerful life story. There are a lot of people who are quite caught up in the coronavirus world, and so they can kind of get distracted at times and maybe lose track of the reality that there are real people here and at the mission in Saginaw that are being helped every day. You're one of them.
Yes, sir, I am.
Can you fill in the blanks? When did you come here?
I got here, it was December 14th of 2019. I've been here. Over a little bit over 3 months.
And if I remember right, the circumstances that led to you needing a place to stay were really quite unusual.
Yes, sir, it was. Yes,
What
sir.
happened?
I was just living a normal life, and I was working at a company called Enbridge at the time. And my mother fell illness with a disease called Alzheimer's.
So you were back here to care for Mom.
For mother, and then I was in a car accident with family going camping. A truck pulled out in front of us at a two-way stop sign, a country road, and we were doing 50 miles an hour, and the truck, older lady was in a dually, and they had a horse trailer and pulled out in front of us, and we hit her. And just going a mile down the road, I wasn't thinking about a seatbelt at the time, being in the back seat, and I had all the goodies, food and stuff in my lap, and I tried to brace myself and got injured severely bad.
Yeah, what all happened? Because if I remember right, your list of injuries is sort of like a long grocery list.
Yeah, yes, it is. L5, I have hairline fractures in the L5. I ruptured my disc, L4. It was a herniated disc, and it ruptured. And so I'm going through physical therapy. I'm on pain medications. Cannot go back to work right now under doctor's care. So the thing is helping my mother. Now she went to nursing home. She did pass. But the bills, it was everything. I was just a normal, blue collar kind of person working, making it, as like normal people do, making good money with the injuries and just surviving and trying to pay bills of my own. And the vehicle I was in, I did not know that my cousin's girlfriend didn't have insurance at the time. So it takes, I don't know, no fault. We have to go after that person to pay. So I was paying out my own pocket prescriptions. The money I saved.
How many surgeries did you have?
I've had 2 so far right now.
And you've got more coming.
I got more coming April 22nd.
So as we sit here talking today, are you in pain? Does something hurt?
Yeah, I hurt every day. If I twist the wrong way, if I bend the wrong way, it can send pain, numbness down my legs, or sharp pains at the top of my feet. So, and being in Enbridge, it's an oil company, more or less you could say, pipeline. It's labor work. And it's hard to, I guess.
It's not a desk job. It's out doing some heavy lifting.
Yes.
Well, when all those things start to happen, and your money dwindles down, and you lose wherever it is you were living, what is the feeling like?
It hurts. You blame God. I blame God for a lot of it at first. Was blaming God. Why'd you do this? What did I do to you? I try to do right in life, and yeah, it really hurt. You lose your mother. It's like everything just it hits you at once. So you have all the stress on you now. What am I gonna do? Where am I gonna go? And luckily, my friend told me about Bay City, shelter. I'm like, I don't want to go to a shelter. And you're thinking in your mind.
You've never been to one.
No. And you're thinking in your mind, what you see on TV, drugs. You're gonna be on a mat on the floor. All this and that. And when I get here, I'm like, whoa, this is not what I'm thinking. This is a shelter. It's unbelievable. When I came here, I was shocked of the people who care about you, and I put that on my life. Believe me, these people really care. They're like, they'll talk to you. They get you food. You have nice bedding. You might share bunk beds, but it's very clean, respectful. you're gonna get your characters anywhere you go. But still, this shelter, if he could ever do a video of the rooms or just go through it, they would be shocked how this shelter is set up and how nice you people really are. I mean, we had this chapel here we sat in. They have chapel every morning, and they ask you, do you want to go to chapel? It's up to you. They don't force it on you. Nothing. It's just religion based, but it's just. I mean, without this place, I cry a lot, and without this place, I don't know what I would do. I'm still here today.
You
I'm
told
just waiting.
you told me once that you were shocked at how loved you were here.
Oh, it's unbelievable. There's a man named Rick that works in the back. He's working right now, matter of fact. When you come in, he's like an intake person. He helps you, tells you the
like
rules.
the first guy you're going to see.
More or less, yeah. Even on the phone, and he goes, I never had a little brother, and I look at you as my brother, and that makes me feel good. Like, wow, that's like family, And just not even him, I've met other people, veterans. We have veterans in here, and you should hear their stories. It's like, wow, you fought for this country, and they treat the vets very good too here. It's just if you could take that phone, the camera, and show people. All of us and different people's stories, it's remarkable. And I've seen so many changes here. Now, I've seen people get on housing, and I see people wait for housing. But they do help try to get on housing. It just takes time, and some people got different stories than others.
Well, given all that you've been through, the fact that you're sitting here with a smile on your face
Yes.
is a powerful testimony
Yes.
To what happens in the ministry at Rescue Ministries Mid-Michigan. And while Nick says things like you all, what he means is you all. It is those of you who support the ministry who help directly impact lives in the ways that Nick's been describing. And so on behalf of this guy and so many others who
Yes.
are here, and I can't take the camera down the hallways because it's the era of coronavirus and we can't do that right now, but on behalf of him and all of those people, thank you for what you're doing to help those who need a helping hand up. Whether it's in the era of a virus or a year from now, this ministry takes place every single day. Thanks, man.
Yes,
Appreciate you
sir.
sharing.
And thank you all too.
I'd shake his hand, but you know the rules.
Yes, sir.